This guide covers the critical facts you need to know to pass your ServSafe Manager certification exam. First, let's clarify the exam format and passing score. The test has 90 multiple-choice questions, but only 80 are scored. The other 10 are unscored pilot questions. You need to answer at least 56 of the 80 scored questions correctly to pass. That's a score of 70%. You may see an older 75% standard mentioned online, but the current official requirement is 70%. Aim for a cushion, but know that 56 correct answers is your target. One of the most important concepts is the temperature danger zone. This is the range between 41 and 135 degrees Fahrenheit, where bacteria grow most rapidly. Any time and temperature control for safety, or TCS food, can only be in this danger zone for a maximum of 4 hours total. After 4 hours, the food must be discarded. This rule is absolute and applies to everything from receiving and storage to preparation and service. Understanding this limit is essential for preventing foodborne illness. Memorizing minimum internal cooking temperatures is non-negotiable. These are critical limits that kill harmful pathogens. For poultry, including chicken and turkey, the temperature is 165 degrees Fahrenheit. For ground meats like beef and pork, it's 155 degrees. For whole cuts of meat, like steaks and chops, as well as for fish and seafood, the target is 145 degrees. In most cases, you must hold the food at that temperature for at least 15 seconds to ensure it's safe. The two-stage cooling process for cooked TCS food trips up many test takers. You must cool food from 135 degrees down to 70 degrees within 2 hours. This first stage is critical because bacteria grow fastest in this range. Then you have an additional 4 hours to cool it from 70 degrees down to 41 degrees or lower. That's 6 hours total. But if you miss the 2-hour window for the first stage, the food must be reheated to 165 or thrown out. The exam will expect you to know the big 6 pathogens which are highly infectious and can cause severe illness. They are norovirus, hepatitis A, Salmonella typhi, non-typhoidal Salmonella, Shigella, and Shiga toxin-producing E. coli, often called STEC. As a manager, you must be able to recognize the symptoms associated with these pathogens to know when to restrict employees from working with food or exclude them from the operation entirely. This is a key part of active managerial control. Finally, you'll need to understand the basics of a HACCP plan. HACCP stands for Hazard Analysis and Critical Control Points. It's a proactive system for maintaining food safety, not a reactive one. The core idea is to identify potential biological, chemical, and physical hazards in your operation, and then determine the points where you can apply controls to prevent or eliminate those risks. It's about creating a documented system of monitoring, corrective actions, and verification to ensure food is always safe. Mastering these core concepts, from the real passing score to critical temperatures and the two-stage cooling rule, is the key to passing your ServSafe Manager exam. This video covered the highlights, but the full guide on our site has free practice questions, detailed study plans, and more. Click the link to get started.